going to, that's the name that we in social media understand, but I understand that you are Florence today. If you could share with us, thank you.
Good morning, everyone. My name is Bodex Hungbo from Lagos State, Nigeria. I am a media practitioner, PR consultant, and the convener of Bodex Social Media Hangout. It's a platform we created for us to bridge the gap between media practitioners, content creators, social media users, and also the government. And the impact has been so marvelous, and we are actually preparing the 4th edition this year, and we have over 100 million impressions. Thank you.
The government of the day, but tomorrow you are not. And with your journeys, I hope that you take that lesson as well, that we are implementing policies of a political party of the day, and they might not be tomorrow. So my question to all of you is, what is most critical for you in your work when it comes to closing political spaces? And Bodex, I'm going to ask you first.
Thank you so much for that question. The most critical step for me is getting involved in politics at my home country in Nigeria, especially at the just concluded election. It is critical for me because I am a very sincere and straightforward person. I love peace and unity, and I love to showcase achievement rather than demeaning anyone compared to what politics is about, which we all know is a dirty game. So for me to achieve all I set out for, that means with my kind of person, I will have to redesign myself for the meantime while my eyes is actually on the goal, let go of some values, and be flexible to fit into what politics is about, especially the aspect I intend to change. Again, when I thought about the value my team and I intend to add that will bring about unity, disseminating verified information, and creating credible platforms for coexistence, then it is important I take that step. I also had to get involved in order to win their trust and make our political leaders see via my lens on how best to use digital and traditional media in nation building. Be accountable in order to bridge the gap between the media community and the government, because the bridge initially was created by individual volunteerism, distrust in community engagement, corporate organization skepticism, government failures, economic downturns of the country, the absence of rule of law, the level of corruption, and the untouchability of people who have enriched themselves. Misinformation by the media community, lack of information by the government, lack of accountability to citizens, unavailability by the government to confirm news, and the government disrespecting the media community for actually running with the news at hand without verification. So for me to achieve closing this political space using my strength and media industry, I had to really take this critical decision. Thank you.
Thanks so much. There's a big distrust factor in our public representatives. You have used influencers, you have used partnerships with government officials on social media to try and bridge that. Can you expand a bit more on that project?
Okay, thank you. When we realized that there are so many gaps between the government and the media and also the stakeholders, so we talked to ourselves. For instance, this event we are having here now, if it is not media related, it will actually get to the places or the audiences that we wanted to get to. So we're like, okay, since media is actually one of the major strengths of any organization, be it private or public, why don't we set up something that will bring these people together? So what we did is we started our Bodex Social Media Hangout. Like I said, I'm a PR consultant in Nigeria. I've consulted for so many politicians and all that. So we actually know their weaknesses and we know their strength and we know when to come in. So we spoke to ourselves, okay, since we have this strength, we have thousands of influencers registered on our media outlet. We have a lot of bloggers, and I was once a freelance to almost all the major TV stations in Nigeria. I said, okay, let us use this strength to start this platform called Bodex Social Media Hangout. So what we do is, we take this sermon to these people right in offices. We let them know that we are having so many misinformations because you guys are always acting too busy, or you guys don't even have an idea of what to do. So now we have created a platform where you can actually come to account for everything you have done. And you're going to be talking to people one-on-one. Unlike when you're in the office and you have something you need to put out, you have to take it through your director on media and all that. But this one, you have all the media houses, you have the content creators, you have the skit makers, we even have artists, because without us, even the artists won't be able to project their music and all that. So we started this platform for them to come and account. Then we also have activation section, we have the campaign, we have a whole lot of things that during the event, we have government officials as speakers, we have content creators as speakers. Then we have the networking section where people get to talk about what is really affecting them, what they do not like about the government, and what the government do not also like about us. One of the major reasons causing these differences is because we actually not in agreement. The government does not want to accept that they're not doing the right thing, and the media just felt, okay, since nobody is available to verify the news, let's not with it. So it's causing so much gaps that we're like, no, let's use this platform to bring everybody together. Let us know that this thing is not as difficult as you guys are saying it. Normally, people don't take media seriously. They felt we are not that serious, maybe because somebody has posted about Dr. Brandy, in a very bad way, or even posted about you, about one scandal, or, without verification. So this platform, we also bring in professionals, we bring in experts to come teach the use of social media, how you can actually use social media to build the nation, and even yourself. Because when you're building the nation and you yourself, you are not actually not self-aligned, you won't be able to pass the message. So we started that event, and it has really been amazing. Most times when they even have negative news, they call us. They'll be like, oh, what is this thing these people have posted? It's not what it is. We'll be like, oh, okay, so it's not you people know that you need to call. So it means that we're actually doing something, and they want to identify with us because the platform is actually credible, and we have who attending the event. When we did that one, and we saw that the outcome was so marvelous, and the government actually now want to get involved fully. Then we now remember, okay, we can't just be talking about ourselves. We all are grown-up people. We still have people in school. So we started digital media school tours. I'll be going to school to teach the use of social media, how best to use social media. Don't forget that they said charity begins at home, at school, and even before the internet. So we said, okay, let's take it to them so that we can groom these people. They can have a better understanding of what to see, then how to know this is newsworthy, how to know this is the time to post. Because one thing that is affecting us in Nigeria is we actually do not know the difference. When you see somebody die, you just want to take the picture, you just want to do the video and post. It's not like they don't have crime in other countries, but there's, I think their social media is kind of regulated. So there are some things you can't just post without it being blocked or without being called to order. But in Nigeria, we actually do not have that. I can post anything I want to post. But with this platform, you'll be able to know that when you post this, it's actually affecting us as a country, because other countries are going to see it and they'll be scared of coming into Nigeria, especially when it has to do with very big negative news like terrorism, like kidnapping and all that. So now we train people in school on what to post, how to post it, and when to post it. Thank you.
Thanks so much. The final word, Madam Bodex. Thank you.
Okay, just like what I said before, we also realize that most of our problems are actually not from our leaders. They are also from the people around them. So we have been able to come up with training packages for state and federal government for their staff to be trained and know what to do. I remember 2015 election, media people they actually did not put out as much information as possible for people to actually consume. Because you actually did not use media to your own advantage. Everybody just feel media is something else, but it's actually not. Now we'll start training people state and federal level on how to use media to your own advantage, be it your organization or whatever you want to use it for. Then after that, we now train the leaders themselves because they do not even see the need why they should actually get involved when it comes to media. Just like my other panelists have said, we are both from Nigeria, so we definitely know our problems. We just created town hall meeting. In fact, they specifically called us, okay, what can you do for us? So we're like, what people want to know is what is happening in your house. When I say in your house, the office that you're carrying, what is happening there? When you keep telling people what is happening, even when what you're telling them is actually wrong, they will still believe in you because you're actually communicating. You just don't leave people and feel, oh, you don't owe them anything. So we've created town hall meeting for them quarterly where they actually come to tell us what they've done while in office, because you can't just be using me and I'll be voting. After my vote and you now want the election, you're not coming back to talk to me. It's even offensive and it is annoying. So now, by the time, I'm telling you, I think in major African countries, our leaders do not really like us as a person, as their followers. They just love themselves, forgetting that this F is about humanity. It is about the way you carry people, and that is the way people will carry you when you leave. So those are the things we have actually put in place, and trust me, it's really working well because they now see the need why they should be with everybody. We now bring in communities for them to come and talk about what they need in their environment. It's not about just giving out contract. What are you doing in the office that you can't step out to go check what you've paid for? We need to be treated better by our leaders. Thank you.
Thank you for your experiences, for your recommendations. I think we've done phenomenally well, Dr. Brandy, from a timing perspective. I trust that all of you have taken this as learnings and could use it for food, for thought. And I also want to wish all of you all the best as you implement your action plans. Thank you again.